श्री श्री आनंदमयी मात की जय। भवताप प्रणाशिन्यै आनंद घनमूर्तये ज्ञान भक्ति प्रदायिन्यै मातस्तुभ्यं नमो नमः। मातस्तुभ्यं नमो नमः। So we were speaking in the last session about how Ma was roaming around in the Himalayan ranges, and Bholanath ji, he went towards Uttar Kashi, further north, and here Bhaiji is with Ma. So once Ma was near Solan. It's a small city where Ma stayed near Solan in a cave, and the cave was so small that hardly a person can sit. Lying down was even much difficult. Straight you cannot lie down. So in that cave, Ma was perfectly happy, joyful, completely like, and the message spread around that a Mataji has came and she is staying in this cave, and only Bhaiji is with her. So it happened like it started raining and then it started snowing also. But it did not affected Ma. She was in the same state. So even people were much more impressed. So the king of this region came, and his name was Durga Singh. When he came, Ma invited him inside this small cave. So when he tried to just come in, she just laughed. And when she laughed, this was something like so unique. For this king, it was just like Ma has transformed something into him. Then it happened like he became Ma's permanent disciple, and we have seen how Ma even gave him the name Yogi Bhai. And then it happened when one of the satsang he was sitting, and he had this deep yearning, deep wish that Ma, I want you to see as Kali, because he has heard that Ma is an incarnation of Kali. So the moment when he was sitting and having this desire in him, so Ma was sitting and a fly just came and it sat on Ma's nose. So Didi, who was sitting next to her, she just make this like to fly away this fly. So again and again the fly was coming and sitting on Ma's face. And Durga Singh was, this king was observing this, watching this, what was happening. And Ma suddenly started laughing. And when she started laughing, suddenly her whole like complexion, the face color changed, and it becomes dark like Kali. And this king who was having this desire, this deep wish to see Ma as Kali was fulfilled. So his faith even got much more on Ma, and throughout his life we have seen how he was with Ma, and whenever it was any need of money or anything needed, he was always there. And Ma many times visited his palace also. Another very important incident happened there was when Ma once visited Dunga. This is a village in Dehradun, near Dehradun. So it happened like the landlord of this place, this village, he came with his family. They were very dedicated to Ma. And at some point, he just jokingly said, Ma asked him that, because this is all the wild forest area, do you have tiger here? He said, no, Ma. It is only, because his name was Sher Singh, that means the tiger. He said, Ma, only there in the forest can only one tiger remain. I am the only tiger. So he jokingly said, but still there was some ego in it, that I am the only tiger in this forest. So Ma, after some time, she left from there, and when it happened, then it happened like a tiger came from somewhere, and then it killed some animals there. Some cows were killed, buffalo was killed, and when it even killed one human. So this landlord, Jamindar, he thought that this is my responsibility to take care of people here, so I will kill this tiger. So he was having a gun, so he found out that where the buffalo was, that buffalo was there. So it must be like in the night, the tiger will come and eat this. So he just made his trap there, and he sat with his gun, waiting whole day. And in the evening, he was ready with the gun, but then he suddenly noticed that it is his time for the silence. So Ma, that was Ma, so she always asked people to keep Mona silence at a particular time. She always begged this. And people, they used to give her this particular time. And whenever this time would come, she only asked that you just become silent and remember God. This time is not yours, it's God's time. You have donated this time to me, so just chant or just remember Smarana of divine. So he noticed that this Sher Singh noticed that now it's the time for his silence. So he put the gun and he was then meditating. As he was meditating, suddenly he heard some noise. He opened his eyes and the tiger was just standing in front of him, very close, so that he can even not lift his gun. Then he remembered that, okay, this time is also dedicated to Ma, to the divine. So he thought, okay, if this life is going to end here, let it be. I'm going to just remember Ma. So he just closed his eyes and started chanting even more deep. So after some time, when he opened his eyes, the tiger was no more there. So like this is a lesson for all of us. One thing which Ma asked all of us, to give a particular time, dedicate a particular time of our day to divine. We should all do. And no matter what happens, the condition here was the tiger was in front, and still he continued. We never have such intense conditions. So we should all try to keep a time and dedicate it to divine. So from here, Ma, I will say it was 1935. Ma, Yogananji came to meet Ma. Paramahansa Yogananji. We all know that he was the one who started, initiated many people into Kriya Yoga. All over the world, it is his blessing that so many so many people are practicing Kriya. So he came to meet Ma, and these are his words, that I've seen that she is in the Samadhi state, even walking in the day-to-day life, in the Vyavhar, in the normal day-to-day life, she's still, her Samadhi is intact, always in the state of that. When he came and met Ma, he asked Ma, who are you? So Ma gave amazing answer. She said, before this body came into this earth, into this universe, it was that. When it was born as a child in front of you, and after this all, when the creation will be back to the dissolution, I will be the same. So that was Ma's state. Ever same, never any change. So that was very interesting. That was very important incidents. Yogananji met Ma, and through what this all episode we can read in Autobiography of a Yogi, and through that also many Westerners came and met Ma. And then Vishuddhanand Paramhans, also the great yogi who was trained in the Gyan Ganj, and he was the one who started the Surya Vigyan, the science of the sun, the light of the sun. So he was able to transform the material like gold or anything into any other metal. So when he came to Ma, he asked Ma, what should I show you? So Ma simply told him, Baba, there is enough of illusion, don't create more. So Ma requested all the disciples who were there. She said, don't ask Baba to show this all to you. Huh? He is just hiding what is real. He is just making you play with these all things. Huh? Don't ask for these things, ask for the real. So Vishuddhanand Ji also came. Many such saints who came during this 34, 35, 36. Then in 1936, in sometime in June, see, here she is in the Himalayan region where it is very pleasant. So she started doing this incognito journey in 1936 June for almost 6 months. And she came to the places like Delhi, Agra, Mathura, Gwalior, and all this plains where it was so hot. So for her, it was nothing. Ma was with Vraj Mohini Didi, and she was taking care of her. And neither Bhaiji, nor Bholanath Ji, nor Gurpriya Didi, no one. So this Didi only with Ma. And it was said like only 3 days she was staying at one place. And very spontaneous journey. And her hair was just like all matted locks. And then she was once, very interesting thing, she was once sitting by the roadside and just sitting very in this avadhut state, this untouched state. And she was sitting and Braj Mohini Didi, she was feeding her some fruits. Some people were passing by and they watched and they started laughing that what kind of lady this is. She cannot eat herself. She looks very healthy, fine, but she's not eating herself. Ma also started laughing. So they even don't know who they are looking at. Huh? So it is like just like she was completely in the state of ascetics. No, the clothes were like one pair of clothes, no money, no plans. Wherever there was someone speaks about that place, so she was going. So all her movements were like that. Even once she stayed in an cremation ground where there was so much smell of the burning dead bodies. But this was nothing for her. So it continued almost 6 months. And why she was doing this incognito journey? For her, there was never this body consciousness. So she was never attached to the body. But the reason why she was doing that, as she said, why she came on the earth, it was the call. It was the call from each and every atom of this universe that Ma, please save us. So in response for that call, she came. And like this, when she was roaming around, we don't know how many people they were seeing her and how many miracles were happening. Very, very few have been told. And also there was a reason, like when people met Ma, they always wanted like some private time. We want some time from you. So it was also why she was doing this incognito journeys. Like nobody knew where she is, and she is in complete silence sometime. So all the subtle bodies, the beings which are not in this form, they would also like to have a private time. So they were having these times. For that also she was doing this incognito journeys where these subtle beings could get some time, private time with her. So like this, we will tomorrow speak about her journey of Kailash Mansarovar. So it's 1937 it happened. So we'll speak about that. Jai Ma.